All right. Welcome one, welcome all. Yeah, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Photography. And this week, as many of you know, because you probably have Amazon, it is Black Friday. Come on now. Yeah, so that means a lot of juicy deals to be had for those who are looking for new gear or for gear for a photographer in their life, right? And so I actually curated a list of deals I thought are pretty awesome. So we're going to go over that. We also have some juicy news in the world of photography. Hello. And as we get to all that, let me get all the business out of the way. Okay, let me get all the minutia out. Okay, let's get past all that. Where is my media? There we go. If you haven't already, shame on you. Okay, but make sure you go ahead, follow me on all the socials. I am on Facebook and Instagram and Threads and TikTokity, and I'm on Twitter, or excuse me, X as well. So feel free to go ahead, follow me on there too. All right. Now, I already see some people in here. If you're in here and if you like what you see, and if you appreciate more photography podcast shows like this, make sure you go ahead and click that like button, and of course, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, in between times, if you've been to my Instagram and enjoy the way my photos look, more than likely, matter of fact, it is absolutely likely that I edited them with my own fashion photography Lightroom preset package. And right now, I'm hosting a Black Friday deal for that package. Let me show you right here. You go to my website and just click on store or this big old green bar up here. And you can see right here, my fashion photography presets are available for only $24.99. Let me say it again. Okay, let me say it again for all the chillins in the back. It's available right now for $24.99 on my website. You just click on that, and then you go right here and take care of the order if that's what you need. Now, as we all know, presets aren't the end all to be all, but it's a great starting point. And these were curated over the years of me putting together certain styles that I like and have applied through countless photos, quite honestly. If you look at my website or on my Instagram, they're all edited with one of these presets at least. Okay. So that is that right there. Let me get back to this. Cool beans. Boom, 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 boom. With all that said, I already see a few comments. Let me get to some of these here comments. Okay. I already see some folks. I hope I see some. Hey, big boy. Welcome. There we go. Appreciate you tuning in from Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, okay. Here we go. I'm sure your weather is really nice. At least I hope so. Today it's been raining here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, that's what it has been. It's been a bit gloomy over here. We have Fajar in the house. I only bought one more 1 terabyte CFB since it's now even getting cheaper. Awesome. And that's the thing. Like right now, there are a few really, really, really good deals, not only by the brands themselves from their website, but also on Amazon, believe it or not. There were some deals I saw that weren't really deals, like they just raised the price a little bit and then threw on a 15-20% off and thought I was stupid. Or honestly, I think they thought we were all stupid, but I'm like, no, that was the same price it was 2 days ago. Okay. So you didn't get me. Have you guys noticed that? Like they'll do that kind of a sneak where they'll just raise it 10% and then and then say it's 15% off for Black Friday. I know I'm not the only one who sees that kind of slick move, but they're not that slick. Let's be honest, right? That doesn't fly. Especially with like I would say for a lot of photography gear, because I know I'm not the only one, but I look at my Amazon wish list all the time, and whether I add something on it. And yes, J Rod, I am live. I am live. Okay. I am live. All right. If there we go. There we go. Now that sounds about right. Okay. Here we go. J Rod, I think Randy Savage has something to say to you. Oh yeah. There we go. So just in case you were wondering, he just wanted to I want to forward that message over to you. Which I already have too much lights. I don't want to overthink my lens setup. Gas got me good the entire year. Now I'm bulletproof by Black Friday. Man, I'm telling you, I saw a deal which I'm gonna share with you later that I almost had to pull the trigger. I was like, oh my God. I almost had to pull the trigger. But anyway, I'll share that little tidbit later. Good thing I'm not looking for anything. Yeah. Right. There are some really good stuff, and perhaps it's a good time to not be looking, right? Because some people have made some really good cuts on their prices that it's a little hard to give up, or pass up rather. And then crud, I do want the new DX 35 mil macro lens. Well, what's the discount? Is it 35, 20% off? What are we looking at, J Rod? How deep of a discount compared to a regular price? That's a factor too. And that's why I almost pulled the trigger on something, but I was how can I say? I was punked, so shame on them. They would have gotten a sale today. I would have made it happen, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to be having a grape every once in a while, so deal with it. All right, so now let's get to some of this good old. Oh wait, before we get to the news, I want to show you guys my new product highlight setup that I did for this podcast specifically. All right, first let's get to. Let me turn on that light. I'm always working on ways to improve this podcast. My girlfriend loves to loves to shut the door so I can just get to work and she doesn't have to hear me tinkering away. All right. So let me turn on this thing here. Now, let me know what you think of this new product highlight setup that I did for all of you out there. All right. Let's go check out the product highlight. You may have seen this, but it is what it is. Where's my media? And let's go. All right. Oh, well, I have to turn on the camera. There we go. Check that out. Let me know what you think of my new product highlight angle. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I'm thinking it looks really, really good. Quite honestly. All right, I got this this overhead cam on a separate table. So when I do product highlights and talk about stuff, we can go ahead and check it out together. Right? Pretty cool angle. And what was I about to say? So what I have here is the Lumix S5 Mark II rigged out because I'm about to start shooting a documentary. And wait, let me make sure you guys all can. Yeah. Okay. So I have it with the Hollyland Mars M1 monitor. I have a Neewer 99-watt V-mount, a mini V-mount battery, a Comica VM30 Bluetooth, a Bluetooth shotgun mic. This is actually a really good shotgun mic. If you have it connected, obviously, like I do, then it is powered through the camera, and the camera is powered through the V-mount battery right here. I really like the setup. The lens I have is a 24 to 105 f4 lens on there right now. This is kind of my run and gun kind of a setup. I love this handle right here from Neewer, and you could just start and stop record. And that's really good, especially when you're shooting on the go. I really like that for events, but also in my case for a documentary. So this is my first like setup for what I have to shoot on Saturday. So I just wanted to show you guys rigging out the cam. I always love taking time to rig out a cam. It's always super fun to tinker with your gear, right? And I just got these like Condor blue little what do you call this, wire management thingies. I'm not sure what it is. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Whoop. There we go. Right here. This thing is awesome. It comes with like 5 in a pack for 20 bucks or something. And it really helps to manage all the funky cables I have going on in my rig. All right, let's zoom back out. Beepity beepity beep. Did I just zoom out too much? No, I think that's pretty cool. So right there. It's a really nice setup. I love it. I have at least how many setups do I have? I have 4 different rig setups depending on the camera. Z8, Z6 Mark III, Lumix S5 Mark II, and then I have one for the Lumix S1H. Believe it or not, I actually really love that S1H. But nonetheless, horrible autofocus, but fantastic color, bit depth, and bit rate. It's a fantastic camera. So, but anywho, but that's what this is. I just wanted to show you guys that and my new overhead experience. Let me know what you think. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. So there we go. I just wanted to show you my new overhead cam action, see what you think about it. Let me know, post it down in the comments or in the chat right now. The new macro is $449 and not on sale because it's pre-order. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you got time to wait. That kind of happened with the lens I really wanted, and well, just newly released. We'll talk about that in a second. And so therefore, no Black Friday deal on that lens. Let's see here. Is it heavy and balanced? Yes, it actually is heavy. It's actually well balanced. And that's one of the things, like when I handhold a rig or use a camera saddle, I always go for that like balance situation, just because, over extended period of time, that lower back, you start feeling it, And what else is there? Okay, looks like we're good to go and caught up. I hope you guys enjoyed that second cam. I really liked it. It's really cool. I'm going to be able to do unboxing videos with you guys a lot better and just come up with a more efficient system creatively to produce these videos, especially the live streams too. I could hold stuff up like this, but I figure having a dedicated section will be that much better. So there you go. All right. Shout out to me. All right. We got Greg. Hey, the Viltrox 8514 Pro came out for Nikon, in case anyone was waiting on that. Well, that's one of the news releases we're going to be talking about. All right. So I appreciate that. And yes, of course I saw it. I saw it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I absolutely was going bonkers, quite honestly. All right. One of the reasons is it's about damn time. And the second reason is what a great price. Hello. All right. So now let's take a look at some photography news. Hold on. Let me make sure. We might as well talk about this one first. That's what we should do. All right. Let's get to the media. And here we go. Let's talk about the news. Let's go. So okay, very cool. Here we are. As Craig just talked about literally 2 seconds ago, um, Viltrox just dropped the 85-14 Pro lens for Nikon Z mount. And as I said earlier, it's about time. Like Viltrox, like they're giving us these phenomenal pro grade prime lenses for Nikon Z mount. They've become for me like a de facto source for pro grade, affordable, well built primes for Nikon Z mount. So when that lens dropped for Sony E mount only, I was like, oh man, what a miss. And guess what? I wasn't alone. I saw tons of comments as well on Twitter and Threads and everywhere else. Where is the Z mount? And here we go. Just days before Black Friday, unfortunately. So let's take a look at the news here. All right. So it says Viltrox brings its $600 pro grade 85 millimeter f1.4 prime to Nikon Z mount. All right, so they announced it. The well-regarded 85 mil lens, priced at $600. This new model brings fast aperture Pro Series optics to Nikon Z shooters, offering a high-performance portrait option at a competitive cost. Competitive? Are you kidding me? It's a freaking dirt cheap $600. If you need an 85, you're just starting out and you want to get into portrait photography, this is a must-have. For that price, you cannot find another lens that's better than this for $600. I'll say it again. I do this. Nope. I can't say that one. For $600, you're looking to get a great quality portrait lens for your photo shoots. You simply cannot go wrong with this $600 beast. No, you can't. And no, they did not pay me to say that. I've seen what people were doing, and I'll be quite honest, this lens looks amazing. All right. Back in June, Petapixel took a deep dive into the 85 with a full video review, lauding its performance and bang for the buck. The value of the dollar is amazing here in a time where prices just seem to only go up. In the pro moniker on this lens certainly lives up to its name. Only thing I don't like about this lens is the fact that it's only available for the E mount. I think many RF and Z users would love to get their hands on this quality low price lens. And yes, we are. So 77 millimeter filter thread. So that's a really nice size. It's not the smallest, obviously. It's, it's medium, right? Because it could be 82 or something, but 77. Here it says praised for its sharpness, clarity, and lovely bokeh. And of course, that price. You just can't beat it. $600. All right. If you cared, 15 elements, 11 groupings, blah, 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 blah. 11 blade diaphragm, which if you like doing those starbursts and stuff, that could definitely help you out there, make a more sharp starburstery stuff. Dual hyper VCM motor, which I believe is that the same one as in the 135. I have to double check. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Minimum focusing distance of 2.6 feet. Okay, so that's cool. Look at this. Okay, so this looks like it could be. Is that a Z6? What is that? I can't read what kind of Nikon that is, but boy, looks really nice on that Nikon. I tell you, 35 grams. Oh, wait. The Z version is about 35 grams heavier than the E mount. That's interesting. I wonder why. Of course, it delivers low light performance and super shallow depth of field. Obviously, at f1.4. I mean, for that price, if you don't have a prime 85, you just need to order this thing. for 600 bucks. So yeah, that is phenomenal. The only thing is that this was just announced. What is it? The 18th. What is that? 2 days ago. The only thing, like I mentioned earlier, is the fact that if it was mentioned maybe in July or even August, I believe it would be on sale right now. It is what it is. Okay. But hey, can't beat it. Exactly. Exactly. Woo. Oh, let me see this. You said out of 77 millimeter filter thread, so no step up rings or new filters for me. Oh well. Wish I could help you out. After all, have a great year. Hey, thank you, J Rod, for stopping by. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't beat these prices. You really, I mean, even brand new, even though it's not a what do you call it? Black Friday deal, it's still a great deal. It's a great deal for that kind of a lens. Hey, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate it. You know, we try to do our thing. You know, I think Ric Flair can really says it better than me. I do this for a living. I'm the best there. Yeah, that's what it is. Ric Flair's right out. He took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Now let's take a look at the next piece of news. So, by the way, again, that let me go back to this lens here. This lens right here, I'm gonna have to say it one more time. If you don't have an 85 prime, if you're a new photographer and want to get into portraits, whether it's natural light or in studio with artificial light, LED, strobes, whatever, this lens needs to be on the top of your list, bar none. I don't care. 600 bucks. This thing is great. I own 4 Viltrox lenses. I have that 135 f 1.8 lens. Love it. And quite honestly, I'm very close to getting this lens as well. Okay. It is what it is. Since I do a lot of portraits, and 85 is definitely a focal length that I can use a bit more often than the 135, but you cannot beat the compression from the 135. So, but nonetheless, let's get to the next piece of photography news. Here we go. This one was interesting to me. All right. Ari, whatever, is set to close 2 facilities amid rapidly changing cinema landscape. So that's really interesting because, as some of you know, I'm a filmmaker as well as photographer, and I'm starting to work on my next 2 projects right now. I've done 13 projects, released 13 like short films. Well, 12 short films, 1 feature documentary. And this really is interesting to me. I'm like, wow, what is the landscape? Obviously, the distribution landscape for filmmaking has been changed upside down, and same with the monetization of films itself. So this is just another, how can I say, testimony to how things are changing. Not only are how we consuming films, but how we're producing them as well in terms of cameras. So they say that ongoing financial challenges and difficult professional cinema landscape, the German company announced this week that it will cut jobs. Damn. It will cut jobs and close 2 locations primarily focused on producing lighting equipment. Wow. Wow. Now this name is synonymous. Like every time I look up what camera brands were used for Oscar winning films, Ari is on the top every time. Like usually they conquer like the first 5 biggest grossing films, and they'll be like Ari Alexa, you know, it's a bunch of stuff. And I'm really shocked to see this. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't think I'm that shocked because so many, I would say, prosumer grade cameras, FX3, FX6, FX9, like they're really dominating smaller production budget style of filming. And nowadays, even as a producer or a filmmaker, your budget is on the top of the list in terms of like things you have to watch out for. You can't, a lot of people are tightening budgets, and these cameras that we're buying now could do so much more for so much less, right? The Nikon ZR can now produce R3D files and give us some great color and dynamic range for 2 grand, basically. So I can see why a business model of cameras that are 30, $50,000, how many people are running out to grab that? You might rent it, but you're not purchasing that. I think enough clearly, where now they're talking about closing 2 facilities, and it is what it is. Now, cameras you can buy can still look fantastic on big screens, unless you're shooting like IMAX or something. But you get great. We've all know how many things we've seen shot with the FX3, and most of us, as long as you got a credit card or just a few bucks in your pocket, can go grab that very easily. Hell, you could buy that camera off Amazon. So that says something right there too. But they're looking to straight. What does it says here? Contemplating a sale. News also broke that Ari was working with consultancy Alex Partners to streamline its business. It's easy to connect the dots between these efforts and Ari's new decision to close lighting factory, repair, and distribution operations. Bam. Okay, so maybe they want to just concentrate on the cameras. Or fortunately, 150 people will be losing their jobs. It says that's about 1/3 of the people, which would be offered positions in their Munich headquarters. Well, sign of the times. Sign of the times. Right? As cinematographer writes on Reddit, the high end is just no longer viable. There are cheaper versions of everything that you get 95% of the way there. And that's my point exactly, is that, when it comes to not only a bit rate, but bit depth, heck, my S1H can do up to, I think it's like 500 in that 500 megabits a second. And that camera is 6 years old. Okay. You go get Nikon ZR or the Lumix S12, and you put in ProRes, RAW, etc., you're going to get a lot of color dynamic out of that footage. So, and again, all those cameras are affordable to most people. And especially if you're a serious filmmaker, you're more than likely are eyeballing a camera like that. I have the Z8, and that does Apple ProRes RAW internally. So you really, if you're looking for color, low light performance, there's so many more affordable options. And appears to be, which is great if you're a filmmaker, right? Like if you're a filmmaker, this is your time to be able to do a lot with a little. All right. So let's see here. Oh, we got some comments. We got shout out to you, Rob, for staying consistent. Hello, brother. Thank you very much, King Kruk. I really appreciate that. The industry is changing, family. Absolutely, it really is. For me, I like taking advantage of it. Can I tell you guys something? I know this sounds so cliche. I just purchased the iPhone 17, and I have the 17 Pro, not the Pro Max. I'm tired of the big phones. This thing in video does 4K log. Now, obviously, we all know the sensor size and the limitations of an iPhone, but that's still very impressive. If I just need some quick B-roll, this iPhone could give me for ProRes log. Like, this thing's pretty cool. Hold on, let me get on it right now. Get the video. I could do 4K log. Okay, footage. All right, log footage. I mean, come on, out of your phone. If you just need some quick B-roll, it does up to 4K 120 log if you do it to an external SSD drive, which is still very impressive, because even for SSD drive for your phone, is pretty affordable. So therefore, you're going to get some very nice footage. So look at that ProRes log, baby. Right. I'm not sure if you can see that, but let me see if it cover up my face there. But anyway, it does it. It does it, folks. My stupid autofocus. There we go. Let's see if it does it now. No, it sees my face. Oh well. But it's still very impressive. I'm just, it's incredible. And the stabilization on this new iPhone is ridiculous. I have it where I have my, what do you call it? The leveler on this. So I know exactly that I'm still, but once you're there, this thing is crazy good. It's really, really good. It's impressive. So I was happy to get the iPhone 17 just for like quick B-roll, obviously for social media, but most importantly, if I just need some quick B-roll, boom, right? Because your footage is only as good as the camera you have in your hands. And here it is, baby. I mean, if you just need to get it, it'll get you. Look at that. I mean, so right on to the Apple for creating something that I can actually use as a filmmaking tool, and that which only further proves how much more we can do with a lot less. So yes, King Kruk, the industry is changing, I think, for the better. Okay, that's just my opinion. That is my opinion. All right. Hey, Danny Boyle just made 28 years last year using iPhones. Absolutely. And you know what's funny, Craig, is that he did it with the iPhone 16, and this is the 17. That's why I jumped on it. I had the iPhone 14 Pro Max for all these years, but finally I felt this was the time they made it was a big enough change. I recommend, like, when you get an iPhone, wait 2 generations at least. And boy, did I notice the photography, the still images, the lenses are way better. Having dedicated lenses to the zooms, what a difference. The stabilization and being able to do ProRes log freaking blows my mind. Okay. So obviously you're going to chew up your hard drive space in this thing. So I always recommend, like, I only got 512 gig, but do what you can. I wouldn't do anything less than that one. But man, if you just need some quick B-roll, there it is. You could easily mount this in the car for car scenes. You could do all sorts of bad stuff with this thing, man. So good for us, not so good for Ari, right? Indeed, changing. I'm no filmmaker. I'm a photographer strictly. However, I know I have a skill set that I can bring to the table. The ZR has truly piqued my curiosity. I joined the Nikon Pro ZR Facebook or yeah, that ZR is super impressive. I like how compact it is, and that screen is phenomenal. And believe it or not, as more people understand the power of 32-bit flow audio, you'll realize how amazing it is to have that. So awesome. If you do decide to jump into video with the Nikon, I think that would be a great option. It really would. Let's see. I'm running on iPhone Mini 13. I like my tiny phones. The 17 does look sweet though. You know what? Like I said, I downgraded the size to the regular, which is their small one. I guess you want to call it your mini. And I absolutely love it. It fits in all my pockets, you know, that 14 Mac Pro Max. It was so annoying sticking out of my pocket, couldn't put it in my suit jacket or anything. This one and the features, it really is, wow. It's really, really good. And the battery life is great too. But the macro too is really, really awesome. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Ooh, the macro is crazy. You get like 1 inch from your subject. It's really nuts. So this isn't a what do you call it? A plug for iPhone, but I just wanted to mention it because this is just a proof on the landscape changing around us. And for us consumers and creators, hey, I'm all for it. Let's see. I'm impressed by not just the video content, but the stills are looking sweet. Well, yeah, you're right. They really are. I'm actually really what I want to do is do a full photo shoot just using my iPhone. I think that would be a great test, right? Would you like to see me do a full photo shoot with a model and just the iPhone? Let me know. Is that something you would like to see? Okay. I'll give you guys a second. Let me know. Would you like to see me do a full photo shoot using just the iPhone 17 Pro? Let me know. What do you think? Post a comment down in the chat right now. Should I do a photo shoot with the iPhone Pro? All right. Oh. Well, the ZR2, okay. The ZR2. Absolutely. I was only to get my hands on it during a touch tour, if you will, that Nikon was hosting here in the Bay Area. And I was able to play with it for like, I don't know when it was, like 2 or 3 hours. I was thoroughly impressed. Being well versed in Nikon, I like that I was able to navigate all the menu system really well. That screen is not only bright, but that 1 extra inch makes a difference. Okay. Cause last time I checked, size does matter. Hello. So, but it did make a big difference. Being super lightweight also means how creative I can use that camera, whether it be a gimbal, handheld, tripod, shoulder rig, or, as I hate to say it, a crash cam too. Hey, RBJ. Right on, man. Are you shooting a lot of video with it, RBJ? Are you shooting a lot of video or stills? Did you do any stills with it? I don't know too many people are shooting stills with it, but I'm just curious if you have. It'd be nice. Okay. You know, I'm still not there with the ZR yet. Is that bad? Is that shameful that I'm sitting here like, I'm just, I don't know. I want more. I want more. Okay. Maybe that's how can I say what's the word? I want more. Arrogant, perhaps, right? Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I shouldn't be, but it's not that I don't like what the Nikon ZR offers, and that get at that price point, it's really hard to not look at it and consider it on many levels. But as a filmmaker, I have like my rig I showed you earlier, and I have a couple others. I have a Z8, Z6 Mark III, and when you have the Z6 III, and then you have a ZR, I don't necessarily need R3D color profile yet like that. The 1-inch screen is great, but I have 4 field monitors. I have 3 5-inch and 1 7-inch field monitor. So it's like when you put all those factors together, I'm like, do I need a ZR right now? No. But I have been eyeballing, like, you know, the Pixis 6K, the Pixis 12K, but I heard the motor, or the fan inside the 12K is pretty loud. I don't know how much that would annoy me. And yeah, there's just some nice options. I want a freaking Komodo X that's full frame, and not the Raptor X, whatever it's called, that's freaking $15,000. No, I don't want to pay that. All right, that's not going to be me. Let's see. We got another comment here. Oh, okay. I just still testing out the video at the moment. Did some still shots, right? Brother. Yeah, I want to see the video you shoot with it. And don't shoot in standard. Shoot log or NRAW. Well, NRAW is going to suck up that hard drive space, though. I think we will get some more with firmware updates. Oh, yeah, better believe it. Huge investment in the ZR camera. They're definitely going to upgrade that firmware soon enough. King Kruk, you need to choose the equipment that's right for you, Rob. Hello. You know what? When it comes to video, talking about that, I'll be quite honest. Panasonic gets a bad rap sometimes, you know. I think they have so many great features built into camera Lumix systems. I love the color that comes out of it. I like that they think cinematographer first when it comes to the features, what they packed as for in firmware updates. So it's really hard for me to, you know, a camera to wow me. When you have anamorphic support and open gate and all these things, 4K, 60, unlimited record time, it's hard to look back. Built-in fans and stuff like that. Anyway, King Kruk, I'm rocking the 3ZRs, but I'm still using Monstro the most. Damn. It's just the size of the ZR with the 2040-70 mil. You can just put it in your sling bag as a run and gun, grab and go. And that right there is very compelling for many people. And heck, it even is for me. Let's be honest. 24, the 70 mil is so lightweight. Oh, Mark II. Oh, shoot. Okay, shout out to you. Got that Mark II in the house. Yeah, Lumix is dope. You know, I think I love what I could do with it. All my films have been shot with Lumix cameras. So if you see any of my projects, it was one of the Lumix cameras. I'm a one system kind of guy. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I don't blame you. I know that the more I create, the less I care, right? Like not to say that should be you, but yesterday I purposely shot B-roll for a YouTube video using the log feature on my iPhone 17 Pro. And when I looked at it, I said, wow, this thing looks good. The autofocus is always going to be solid on your iPhone. Face detect is always solid. So I'm like, in the right condition, why not? And if it's for YouTube, let's be honest, I'm not shooting a cinematic masterpiece here. 2047 S2. Yeah, that I would love to test out that lens. I haven't gotten it yet, but I have the version 1, and I just don't see the huge need right now to go through the hassle of selling it, losing some money, and then buying the version 2 yet. I'm just not there yet. There's other things I'm looking at, like that Viltrox 85 f1.4 Pro lens. Come on. I'll do that first. Are you editing in Final Cut or Resolve? Actually, I've been using Resolve, and for YouTube, actually, I've been using CapCut. Believe it or not. They have a desktop app or software, and I can edit so quick. And for social media content, that's all I really need is quick, flashy little titles, some sound effects, boom, 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 boom. CapCut has been that for me for social media. But when it comes to films, then I'm using Resolve, and I have been using Premiere Pro, but I just canceled my Premiere Pro for Resolve. Just let you know. All right. Oh, it's all good. What do you mean by that, Rob? Is using the one system is cheaper for me. Oh, now that makes sense. I cannot keep up with cost to carry Nikon and Canon. Now that, my friend, does make a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. You're right. I mean, having to get 285s and this, that, and the third. And I guess for me, it just kind of worked out that way early on. And when I mean by early, I mean during the pandemic. I bought the S1H and then the S5 and then the S5 Mark II. And so I just got into the system. Why can't I see the rest of the people chatting? Oh, my bad. Here we go. You like that? There you go. Right there, brother. Don't worry. I got you. All right. I give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. All right, there you go. All right, RBJ, 2 claps and a Ric Flair. You guys like seeing the chat? Let me see, like that. Let's see. Big. There we go. We'll go big for some of you folks, with glasses on, like myself. All right. All right. So we got that. Now, do I have anything else? Oh, okay. You got it. You got it, brother. You got it. Okay, check this little piece of news out right here. Here's the last piece of news, and then we get to the main event. All right. Bam. Look at this. TikTok and Instagram Reels cause real brain rot. Major study finds. Anyone using the eye test would probably find that short form video popularized by TikTok and now found by everyone online is bad for the brain. But a new study from the American Psychological Association now directly ties short form video content with significantly let me get my right thing. Significantly diminished mental health. All right. In short, pun intended, it's rotting brains. Hello. Previous studies have focused mainly on TikTok, which has limited the generalizability of findings across platforms. So short form video content is now ubiquitous across social media. Even LinkedIn is getting in on it. If any further proof of its spread is needed. So limiting studies just one platform doesn't paint a clear picture. Therefore, the study includes data from 98,000 plus participants across 71 studies and examines short form videos effects on viewers beyond progenitor platform. Okay, all right. We're learning a lot of words and everything today. The study examines engagement and attempted to find more nuanced insights than in previous studies, and even assesses cognitive and mental health indices to identify specific health video ingestion. The study also looks at age and offers to highly stimulating, fast-paced content may contribute to habituation in which users become desensitized to slower, more effortful cognitive tasks such as reading, problem solving, deep learning. Dang. This process may gradually reduce cognitive endurance and weaken the brain's ability to sustain attention on a single task. Simultaneously, the SFV platforms may promote sensitization by providing immediate, algorithmically curated rewards, potentially reinforcing impulsive engagement patterns and encouraging habitual seeking of instant gratification. Dang. Okay. Overall, these findings highlight the importance of understanding the broader health implications, given its perverse role in daily life and potential impact on health, behavior, and well-being. Well, I have a sound effect for that right there. Dang. I mean, we all kind of knew this. I wanted to share this with you because, well, a lot of us make content, vertical content like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. And I do notice every once in a while, the algorithm, as well as like the social media platforms, announce how they're making it that much more addictive in a way, right? More responsive. Like, oh, it's tailored to what you like, and it's going to quickly give you more of it. And if you notice on YouTube, especially if you watch it through your mobile phone, the first videos generally, a lot of, or at least half the time, are a collection of YouTube shorts or vertical short form videos. So, please be aware. All right. I get addicted, especially if you show me some dang little cats doing something crazy, or if you show me some elephants doing something amazing. I always end up scrolling, and I'm trying to, now that I realize there is a scientific connection, you know, I'm being about that much more mindful using that crap, or at least consuming it, right? I don't know if I could completely stop, but it is what it is. Let's go back to, where is it? I like seeing it. Okay, we got some more comments. Also, did you get the Nikon 8512? Since we're talking about the Viltrox 1.4, I did not get that lens. I did not. The price is what kept me away from that lens. I'll be quite honest. I'm not sure if you knew. Well, I'm sure you know, Craig, but I did a full review of that lens. That lens I have zero issues with. Even the weight, I don't have a problem with. The price, I do. $2,500 or something around there, or maybe even more. Yeah, I'm not going to spend that right now. RBJ, just curious, why isn't the rest of the people in the normal chat window? I'm not sure. I think everybody's showing up now. I think we're good now. Good evening, Dave. What? I bought a microphone because of you. Well, I apologize. Okay, I apologize. Why I'm with you, Rob. I've switched to Resolve 5 years ago, but I still use Premiere and After Effects for some stuff. Yeah, I mean, After Effects is still really, really a great software, and so is Premiere too. But I do like the simplicity of having everything in one software, and the price. You can't beat the price. The free version, as well as if you buy any camera, you get the whole software for free. And if you just want to buy it, it's only $300 one time. You can't beat that model. And guess what? They've been updating it, improving on the performance of it. And it's great for color grading too, for those who are hardcore color graders. So there you go. Way to go, DaVinci. Okay, good. I'm not on either. I do miss the old Instagram. It's a garbage heap now. Yeah, it is. It really is. And it really promotes like a lot of, I don't want to be corny when I say this, but Instagram and not so much YouTube, I think, but definitely Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Like you'll always see something very like overtly sexual when you don't want it to. It's like the default for Meta is like sex, 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 And dude, that's just not what I'm there for. I'm there for gear, lighting and gear, and some cigars. Okay. I actually, check out cigar pages. So that's it. That's all I want to see on my feed. But it seems like no matter what, it tries to default to these like if you just open up an account right now, it'll default to highly sexually stimulated imagery. It's very odd, Enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy this grape, all right? All right, here we go. Okay, cool. We are actually caught up. Who would have thought? Now, let me prep for the main event here. Cool. Awesome. That's what you use to color grade your NRAW files out of your Z8. Actually, I did. I used Resolve to grade ProRes RAW out of my Nikon Z6 Mark III. I did that a couple of videos in the past where I did a ProRes RAW video test of the Nikon Z6 Mark III, and it did a great job. It did a really good job. Now, these files were huge. They were huge. I shot over 400 gigs, and I thought it would be more like 60 to 80 gigs. So just want to let you know, when you do that, prepare for that. Make sure you have a top of the line MacBook or something that can process all that. But yeah, DaVinci did a great job. We have Rob, get your eat on. We're all human. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm YouTube for consuming some good content. I have an IG account, but don't use it often anymore. I like Vero a lot. Need a good place to post photos. I'm so used to the whole Meta thing and Instagram. I do remember where it was more photo focused. I remember it was hot to just post like a photo, a grid style square photo. Like that used to be the thing, right? Now I just post for the people that I know are following and do appreciate what I share. I'm not necessarily going for likes anymore and chasing all that. It's just such a waste of time. It's like chasing your own tail. I just post to post, and I try to be consistent in what I do post and understand that what people that follow, what kind of content people want from me that follow me. And that's all I care about. On YouTube, I'm not YouTube. Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, YouTube is interesting beast. But I'm trying to, as a content creator, dude, I'm trying to learn this thing still. Okay. Believe it or not, I don't get it. I don't get it. I see people post videos and I'm just sitting there scratching my head like, how did I post the same topic, same keywords, and I got a fraction? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, you know what? When I post content on YouTube, thinking what could be useful for all of you out there or entertaining. And then I just let the chips fall where they may. I don't know what to tell you. I don't get it. Cool. Let's get to the main event. Let's see here. All right. Main event. Let's go. All right. Here we are. We are now in the main event. All right. You can tell I spare no expense on my graphics for all of you. What I curated right here is all the Black Friday deals for photographers that I think were pretty cool. There are a lot offline, by the way, that I can't really simply curate as easy as I can on Amazon Prime. So I just decided to just concentrate on Amazon for now. Now, the link to my store here is in the description down below. So you can go ahead and check that out for yourself. And so yeah, you'll see this whole list of everything. And I just went through this week. I really went through it yesterday and today, because then these sales started really popping up. All right. Let's go to the first one. Now, I'm not a Sony shooter, but this is a pretty good deal. 26% off of the Sony Alpha 7 IV, right? The Alpha, why did I say that? Sony A7 Mark IV. All right. $2,000. $2,000. You get your hands on this camera right here. I've seen a lot of great things created with this camera. It seems like there's a lot of great cameras right now for about $2,000. I think if you have $2,000, I think $2,000 is like that price point that what did cameras really used to cost back in the day? Like $1,500 or something. Either way, you were good to go with a $2,000 budget. This is just body only. You can get the lens. What is that? 28-70 variable aperture lens for $200 more bucks. Okay. It is a CMOS sensor there. You get all the footage you need out of this thing. What does it do? 4K 60, 10-bit 422. Yeah, you're going to deliver some cool stuff with this thing. 7K oversampled, full frame 4K 30. Do Cinetone in this thing. Now, I'm not familiar with Sony at all, really. But, hey, 26% off is 26% off. That's a fact. 26% off. Next one we're going to do is the Lumix. All right, let's go to Lumix. Look at this thing right here. You got the Panasonic S5 Mark II. Yeah, I give it a clap because, well, that's the camera I showed you at the beginning of the live stream that I rigged out completely. All right. Now, reason why I added this was, well, because first of all, it's 25% off. That's a nice little chunk off. But of what this camera could do still today, it still holds its own. All right. You're getting full frame, obviously, phase hybrid autofocus. New active IS, that stabilization is crazy good, especially for hand holding. Unlimited record time, I think it's 4K up to 30, or I think it's 4K 60 that's unlimited. 422 10-bit recording. It doesn't do ProRes and RAW and all that stuff. Not this one. The S5 Mark II X does do ProRes, but externally to a it does it internally, but if you want the RAW, then it does it externally, whatever. But you get gorgeous color out of this. You really do. I shot my two most recent short films using this camera. You're gonna get open gate with this thing. You do get slow-mo up to 180 frames a second with this camera, but it will be in HD. All right. But for $1,500, if you're looking to get into filmmaking, you get Vlog, 14 plus stops dynamic range. You could install, I believe, like 30 something LUTs to this thing. It's crazy, the library. And for those that don't know, let me just show you right here. You can rig it out like this. Rig it out like this. This is the Lumix S5 Mark II right here. I still use it, still love it. I almost got the S1 too, the S1 Mark II, but I'm still waiting for that mischievous, infamous, rumored S1H Mark II. So I want to see that come out. Anyway, $1,500, 25% off. That's pretty sweet. I really like a deal like that. What does RGB say? Oh, it's fixed now. Your video was showing in portrait format. Well, that's interesting. Well, I have two feeds, everybody. If you found me on YouTube, what's it on the shorts feed, then you're gonna see the vertical feed. And then if you found me on the regular live stream feed, then you'll see the horizontal version. Now, when you set it up in StreamYard, they automatically kick the same feed to those two different formats. I can see how I'm framed on my screen in vertical and horizontal. I wish they gave me more of an obvious notation on the back end as to which feed is going up. I don't know. It's a little funky on the YouTube side. It just looks as two separate streams on my channel. So people think I'm crazy, but it's not. It's StreamYard. But I'm really happy that I'm able to stream vertically and horizontal to those two different platforms on YouTube. All right. So shout out to StreamYard for keeping up with the Joneses here. Anyway, so that is the Lumix. All right, that's the Lumix. Let's go ahead and let's go check. Let's go back to here. Close that window. So far we have the Sony Alpha for 26% off. We got the Lumix S5 Mark II, $1,497. That's 25% off. And then look at this little bad boy here. Does anybody recognize this one right here? Oh my goodness. It's the Nikon Z6 Mark III. Now, as I mentioned earlier, look at this. See, this is one of them things where they're like 22% off. 26. This camera was $26.99 since when? Because of tariffs and everything else added to it. But anywho, here it is, right here. 22% off. It's $2,100. This camera, I still absolutely love this camera. Where is my, oh, it's packed up. I have a fashion show to shoot on the weekend, so it's like already pre-packed in my bag over there. I love this camera. I still think from Nikon, it's the best overall, most well-rounded hybrid camera they've ever made. Okay. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna live and die by it. All right. You're gonna get, you're gonna get 6K, 60 frames a second, internal RAW recording. It does ProRes RAW, all that good stuff, and RAW and everything else. And it's a fantastic camera too. I mean, even though I owned and used a Z8 before getting this camera, I didn't feel like I missed out by using this camera and want to go back to the Z8. When I shoot video, I typically will pick up the Z6 Mark III first. One reason is I normally don't need more than 6K footage. 6K does a lot for me, especially if I'm just filming for YouTube. Another reason is that it's lighter. So I still get up to 20 frames a second for photos. It's a much more discreet for size, what do you call it? Size factor. So I like that. And packs a great punch. 24 megapixels is more than enough. Really, really is. That doesn't impress me anymore. Like, how many megapixels? Because most of the time I'm posting on my website and on social media. So there you go. It's already going to be compressed. But if you need it, if you haven't checked out the Nikon Z6 Mark III, I think at 22% off, this is a great time to take a stab at it. This is a phenomenal camera. You will not be upset with this camera. It's I think a great balance between professional grade capabilities and performance like a Z8, but also compact, travel friendly, and diverse application. I'm not sure how to call it, but either way, you could use this many different ways, photos and video. All right, so that's the Z6 Mark Thrizzle for Shizzle. Hello. For the win. All right, and as I said earlier, I have a link to this store down below in the description section if you just want to go check it out for yourself now or during replay or however you're watching this thing. Let me see if I have any comment. Oh, I can't deal with the hashtags that give me anxiety. Yeah, you're right. On Instagram, it's like, oh, hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag this. I don't even know if that stuff really works. I really don't. I have no clue. It's fixed now. Your video was showing in portrait format. Well, that's super weird. I tell you, I don't know what's going on. I have 2 feeds. It's so interesting. Anyway, I apologize, whatever it may have been. It still looked the same on my end. And I didn't change anything. So it must have been a glitch in the matrix. Okay. If you see a black cat crossing my back, let me know if Mr. Smith is out to destroy my live stream. Beast of a camera, to the point I've been grabbing this over my Z8. Superb for low light and action. Well, there you go. Yeah, that Z6 Mark III is such a phenomenal camera. It reminds me of the D500, phenomenal camera. In many ways, that like it packs a punch for professional applications, but still has the portability. That's what the Z6 Mark III reminds me of. And for most people, the Z6 Mark III is just fine. It's actually a magnificent choice. Okay. I have a very, like, there's no reason for me to want to sell it. I use it for making my YouTube videos. If you see many of my talking head portions, a lot of times that's with the Z6 Mark III. And matter of fact, I'm going to use it this week on a fashion show because I just want to use it. And I think if I'm shooting for a couple hours, the Z6 Mark III would be much easier to handheld after, over extended period of time. Hey, so your Reblum sale above, anyone even considering it, just grab the lifetime license. It's so worth it. And with that said, let me show you guys. Let me go to this. That's such a great intro. Let me share you guys with this, okay? Right here. If you didn't see it already, you can see the link that I have above. You click that and you get 50% off the lifetime license right now. And Reblum I've been using for gosh, how long now? A long time. Okay. I think like 9 months or something. And I no longer need to really go into Photoshop. Reason why is this is an AI professional skin retouching tool. You can use it as a standalone software, or you could use it like I do inside of Lightroom, and I export to Reblum after I'm done editing my photos for final skin smoothing and retouching. What I like about it is that you can actually control the texture of the skin so you don't lose the texture and but yet remove blemishes at the same time. I absolutely love it. There is no limit to it. Once you pay for it, you're done. It's not like other softwares where you get credits and how many credits you use. No, no, no. You pay it one and done and you're done. That's it. That's why 50% off the lifetime of this software is so worth it. Okay. It's so worth it. This is the neutral, and then here's the fashion. And fashion really helped. Look how much better she looks. Wow, that's a huge difference. And that's a click of a button. Let's go to this person here. Boom. Look at that. Boom. 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 Okay, click of a button. Clean her up. Clean her up. I'm telling you, I can edit my photos so fast. I just used it earlier today on some photos, to tell you the truth. And this is fantastic. Okay. Let me see if I have let me see if I have those photos. Where's let's see. Boom, boom, boom. And now let's go to America. Nice. And then go to all right, I'm gonna pull something up for you guys so you guys know I'm not lying here. Okay. Check this out. This is what I use with Reblum. This app right here. I'm gonna switch to let's see, share screen. Let me stop that. Okay, I'm gonna share something with all of you in just a second. There we go. So I just edited these photos. Cool. I just edited these photos today. Okay, I didn't even send these to the model yet. So you guys are getting an exclusive sneak peek to her photos. So I just edited these and I used Reblum to retouch the her skin. Let me show you. Let me go through these. So I did these photos. I did a live stream during this photo shoot. You go check it out on my channel. So if you want to see the photo shoot with me using only a 35mm lens, you go ahead and check it out on my channel. But here is how she looks, final images after using Reblum. It saved me so much time. Okay. Here we go. Let me get to some safer photos. Hello. All right. And then I use that little Godox IT30 Pro little Godox flash, the mini flash, to pop her, to fill in some shadows, as you can see. All right. But boy, that retouching really saved me a whole lot of time, because guess what? This is 37 photos. If you want to bring it into Photoshop, good luck and Godspeed. But this thing took me maybe 5 minutes to do all these photos because of Reblum. If you want a discount, click that link that I have pinned in the chat to get yourself 50% off of the of your annual membership. And that's it. You could use it as many times as you want. Okay? And many times you want. And there you go. All right. Shout out to Reblum. And for these photos, shout out to me. Hello. All right. So I just wanted to show you, what I've been up to. But I want to show you that I practice what I preach. If I'm showing you Reblum or some other software, it's because I use it. And once I used it and I appreciate it, then I would share it with you. If it doesn't pass the sniff test, you're never going to see it. It's just that simple. Let me get off that. Remove. And then let me go back to here. Remove that. Bam, bam. Whoops. And see. Stop sharing. Let me go back to my other screen here. Bam. All right. Cool. Here we are. Now let's get back to all the goodies. This is a nice little goodie. I wanted to add this to the mix because if you have a Sony camera, wait a minute, is this a full frame? See, this is my problem not knowing Sony's. But either way, if you need a 50 mil f1.8, great starter lens for taking better quality portraits, especially in low light. A 50 mil f1.8 is a phenomenal start to building out a portrait kit for your lenses. So $228, almost 20% off. This is a great deal. So if you know that photographer in your life that's just getting started, a lens like this should be on the top of your list. And look, it's really affordable. Granted, it's $228, but if you know that person is serious, really wants to get into things and wants to better improve the quality of photos outside of their stupid little kit lens, a 51.8 is always a great way to start. All right. Instantly, they're going to notice a huge impact in the quality of the photos, the separation of their subject, the bokeh. Yeah, they're going to really appreciate what they can capture with a lens like this. So 20% off on Amazon right now. That's pretty cool. Let me catch up with some of these here. Comments. I shot a night football game last night, and the files from the Z6 Mark III were super clean, straight out of the camera. Hello. That's awesome. Yeah, I was really happy with that shoot I just showed you guys. Quite honestly, right out of the camera, I took a photo and used the SnapBridge app, downloaded it from the Z6 Mark III onto my phone, and I was like, man, this thing looks good. I always do the 8K photo. I don't do the 2K. I do the 8K, and I'm like, damn, this thing looks nice. Okay. So, yeah, the Z6 Mark III is still, I think, the most well-balanced hybrid camera that they have. It's a beast. And lifetime with them is truly lifetime, not just for the current version or anything, all future versions and updates. Yeah, that's another thing. Such a good point. When it comes to Reblum, it is lifetime. It is what they're saying it is. This is they're totally serious about it. Okay. Look at this. Okay. Look at the difference between the two. Big difference. Let me get to the save hours of your time. But where is? Yeah, you could do batch editing with this, which is what I did with the photos I showed you. I uploaded all 37 photos. I selected them all. I adjusted how much I want retouched and pressed export, and it applied to all 37 photos. I just sat back and waited. Okay. And where is it? So as you can see here, it integrates with Photoshop, Lightroom Classic, and in Capture One. So whichever software you use, it integrates as a plugin. I use Lightroom, therefore it acts as a plugin into Lightroom. Very easy to set up. Okay. Where is it? I'm trying to see where is it? Talk about the licensing. But either way, yes, it is. You pay one time, you get all the free firmware updates that they create. It's really a no-brainer. I mean, I couldn't believe that this little software I didn't hear about until I used it does so much for such an affordable price. So again, if you want 50% off the lifetime license, go ahead and smash that pinned link up above in the chat. And it's also in the comment section of this video. So there you go. Let me go back to this bad boy right here. All right. Now, look at this thing right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have the Viltrox 85 f1.4 Pro lens for Sony E-mount. But look at this discount. Honestly, this is almost, it's almost, how can you say, you think it's a lie. Okay? This might be fake news. Hold on. Let me ask Trump. Let me ask Donald Trump if this is fake news. I'm not sure. But look, 20% off of a phenomenal lens. Let me see.
It's all fake news.
All right. Well, you heard it first from Donald Trump's lips to your ears. It's all fake news. But it is not, Donald Trump. It's 20% off right now off the amazing Viltrox 8514 for only E-mount. Let me say it again. Only E-mount. Okay? So if you have a Sony camera and you need a really good 8514, this is a buy. It's one of the best buys, I'll tell you that. Okay? Let me Oh yeah, that I forgot all about that one. I'll be there. For this lens, when I saw this, I literally was I couldn't type faster Viltrox 8514 for Nikon. But it's not for Nikon, okay? Nikon's is still regular full price at $598. It is what it is. But you know what it did let me know? If I saw this lens came out in June or something like that, that let me think, you know what let me think? I started thinking, I said, you know what? If that lens just came out 5 months ago and it's already 20% off due to the Black Friday, that means the Nikon version could possibly offer a 20% off version discount too for the Christmas holidays, hopefully. So I'm gonna wait because for $478, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, you know. So that's just me. I mean, what do you think about this price for this lens for Sony shooters out there? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I like Envato. It will definitely have culling capabilities at some point. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like them too. The credit system thing to me is a little annoying. It's like they're nitpicking every dollar and, you know, they're trying to take every dollar out of your pocket with the whole credit thing. I wish they would just do like a monthly thing or an annual thing, to tell you the truth. Thoughts on Envato AI? Yeah, that's my thoughts, is that it's extremely powerful, really good. I've always enjoyed using it. I just don't like being handicapped due to the credits. I think it's like I have to start counting credits. Oh, how many credits is this photo shoot worth using some of those credits? Because I don't feel like buying some more credits. And it's like by the end of the year, you spent like several $100s if you're a professional. And that is so annoying. I just want either a monthly or an annual plan, and I want to be done with it. You know, imagine trying to edit using credits in Lightroom. That'd be so annoying. So I just don't understand that. And that's why I like the Reblum. It may not have as many in-depth features as Envato, but for most people, it's freaking awesome. And I use it just because of how fast it works. So that's my 2 cents. Lightroom just add culling assist, but it's early access. I'm staying on V14 for a while longer. Yeah, they did. I haven't used it yet, but I'm very interested to see how well it does. One thing about Adobe is that they've been really good at applying AI to the overall performance of their programs, especially in Lightroom when it comes to subject selection, subject removal, etc. It's been really, really good, and it's only been getting better. Referencing Evoto, do they still use the credits thing? I can't deal with the credits thing is like here. Let's you know what? Let's go to Evoto. Let's see. Oh, Evoto? Did I spell it wrong? To start creating. I'm gonna create. No. Oh, okay. Here we go. Evoto. Let's see pricing plans. One photo, one credit. Yeah. See. Yeah. Take a look. Take a look right here. This is Evoto's site. Maybe they have other. Who? Oh, okay. I'll get to that in a second. But this one says for $242 a year, you get 3,600 credits, and each credit is one photo. Now, I would eat that up pretty quick. You could do 7 cents a credit, thus a photo, etc. That's where that is for the 1 year for 242. So yeah, they do the credits. I just don't like the credits. The credit plan is no bueno. Pay as you go plan. So I guess that's like a monthly thing, or pay, meaning it's not monthly. It's when you use 1,200 credits, you just pay another $169. See, it's like all these like, no, this is not. No, there's no way. I really like the software. I like everything about it. I do not like the pricing structure. It's confusing, and it looks like they'll eventually get you for all you got, especially when you start like being dependent on the software. That's why the Reblum, as I showed you earlier, let's go to the pricing. Let's go to the pricing. Lifetime. Let me see. Does it show me the lifetime pricing? Maybe it's because I already because I already have. Let me sign out. I currently have the lifetime, as you saw. Here we go. Okay. Lifetime, $149. Okay. Sign up and you get 50% off. Sign up by clicking the link in mine. You get 50% off the lifetime. And guess what? It includes all updates included. And you can use it on 2 computers, your desktop and your laptop. And that's it. Use it as many times as you want. You could do a subscription. I think my code will give you 40% off or something for the monthly subscription. But if you do the annual or lifetime, you get that 50% off and you're good to go. You really can't beat it for $125. Are you kidding me? Shit. You know? But anyway, that's why I pinned that link down in the chat for you to check out. So now let's go back to the Black Friday deals for photographers. All right. Here we are. That infamous 135 f1.8 lens, you're getting, I think that's like 20% off. Let me just double check. Yes. That's 20% off right now. Damn, I should have waited. I bought this lens live with all of you months ago for $900 for $899, and now it's $719. Wow. Jeez. Wow. That's a significant amount. 20% off. But if you're looking to have a nice, beautiful 135 millimeter f1.8 portrait lens, and this thing creates gorgeous images, $719. It's really hard to not look at this lens if you were considering the Nikkor Plenta. Plena lens. It's really nice. All right, let's look at the next one. Now, this one by Tamron. The 28 to 75 f2.8 third version. Oh, G2, excuse me, for Sony E-mount. See, Sony's getting some love today, even though I haven't used a Sony ever. Sony's getting some love. I'm trying to be democratic about this. When I see a deal, it's a good deal. Gotta let you know about it. 22% off for $699. So if you want to get in there with a nice medium zoom lens and you don't have one, you're still messing around with your kit lens, this lens is going to deliver. 6-year limited US warranty. Probably like if you don't break it yourself. So it's full frame and APS-C. Okay. I mean, theoretically, if it could do full frame, it could shoot on a APS-C anyway. But anyway, I just like the fact of the price allows those who are more price conscious but wants to step up in quality and have a constant aperture lens, and you still are rocking currently with your variable aperture kit lens. This is a phenomenal choice if you're shooting Sony. It'll get you a 3x X zoom lens, medium zoom, with a constant aperture of f2.8. A very nice looking lens. A definite step up from your kit, that's for sure. Okay, that's a clear fact. Now we're getting to some audio. I want to just show these two real quick because these are some really good deals, especially that DJI Mic Mini. If you like creating content for social media and want to step up your audio game, I'm going to have to say this DJI Mic Mini deal is ridiculous. This is actually a pretty good little mic. Granted, you can't put in you can't put in a 3.5 millimeter jack for a lav mic. Outside of that, you get noise cancellation, a charging case. You get what's the other thing? I said noise cancellation. 48 hours of usage time. There's like 3 different audio tones you could choose from. And it operates super far distance. Not that you would be, but this gets you in there, meaning for creating high quality audio when you're capturing content. And being that it has 2 mics, guess what? You can mic up your subject, your model, your whoever. And it's only $79. Wow. Okay. $79 for this is an incredible deal. And I've yet to use a DJI lav mic that sounds crappy. So this is really nice. And it's a very simple design. It's literally plug and play. You can control the gain via the receiver right here, right there. But it's very simple. This is made for cell phone content creators, really. Or if you just want to step up isolate the audio and step up the quality of it really quick. You can connect it to your DSLR or your mirrorless camera very easily. And it comes with adapters in there for you to plug in here where the adapters right there to plug into your cell phone. And the best part is you can actually connect via Bluetooth to your Pocket 3 or your action cams, etc. And I think some drones as well. So $79. Damn, that's a real good deal. That's with everything, with the case and the whole kit and caboodle. That's a really good deal. 53% off. I'm seriously looking at this deal myself. I really am. I mean, for $79, it's got me thinking for sure. Like, when I stream live to YouTube using my cell phone and I'm shooting with all of you, I like having a smaller mic. I think would be really nice. And then I can mic the model as well, and we can hear what she's saying throughout our photo shoot. Definitely when I'm in a louder environment, like on the street or in like behind the scenes of a fashion show, can really help isolate me too. And the fact that this gives you a very low, like a small footprint on your camera system is a nice thing too. Anyway, $79, 53% off is crazy. Whoops, it's not that, it's this. Anyway. Oh shoot, did I just turn off my thing? I did. Let me share my screen. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me go back. Cool. Here we go. Now, I do want to, let me turn that on, turn that off. Now, I did mention the Hollyland Lark Max 2. I mean, I didn't mention it, but I included it because if you want one that's a bit better than the DJI Mic Mini, which they are, then you can save over here with 20% off. The thing about these mics is that it has right here 32-bit float audio for only $223. You get 2 transceivers, and I believe you can also, let me see if you could hook a mic up to it. I've heard great things about these. I haven't used it, so it's magnetic, as you can see here. 32-bit float audio. I believe. Gosh, where's a better picture of this? I'm not sure if you could hook a 3.5 millimeter jack up to it. 32-bit float audio. Woo woo woo. Bubbity bop. 36-hour lifetime. I think what you use. 36 hours of usage. It also has, see this little thing here? You can also use that with your cell phone, obviously, USB-C connection. And you can monitor your audio using this thing that comes with it, which connects to your ear, and you can monitor the audio quality. Now, that's only, for what it does for $223 is a great price. It's definitely cheaper than the DJI Mic 2 or 3 or whatever it's up to. The 2s is a much cheaper package, and you get a lot more in a charging case. So that's something to consider too for 20% off. If you're looking to get into V-mount batteries, you can't beat the Neewer V-mount 99-watt battery. It's a killer deal for only $66. Killer deal. I mean, that's a phenomenal deal right there. I don't care what anybody says. $66. I own 2 of them myself. One is attached to my rig right now, right there. Okay. I bought one, and then last Black Friday, I bought a second one because of that deal. I was like, damn, for that price, 34% off right now. Definitely well worth it. I've had 0 issues. It gives you all the attachments and accoutrements you need to run your entire rig. My entire rig runs off that battery. I'm talking about the monitor, the mic, the camera, and if I wanted a light on there, it could run off of that as well. Okay. I put in some extra things in here. One is this charger, because we all need it. Let's be honest. I thought this was a nice deal. 34% off for a power bank, 20,000 milliamp, 165 watt USB-C cable charger. Now, this portable charger, I think with all the gadgets we walk around with or travel with, really, having a great power pack should be like, how can I say, a necessity. It should be a necessity for you. You never know what could happen. Sometimes ports don't work. I've had that happen at airports where, like, you think the set of ports work and they all don't because people have used it and abused it. This is one way to keep you in the game. And not only can it charge your laptop, but your camera as well, your batteries, everything. And that's why I think something like this, 34% off for $65 is a no-brainer. Okay. So I wanted to just add that in there. That's not a camera or a lens, but shoot, it'll help you power it. That's for sure. I only included the, let me go back to this. I only included the IT30 just because for $69, if you have a photographer in your life and you want a fun flash and it works with the wireless Godox remotes, the 2.5 gigahertz wireless triggers, this thing is awesome. And the photos I showed you earlier, when I did use a flash, I used this and it was powerful. It was pretty awesome. And you could check out my live photo shoot of that on my channel. And I showed you how I was using it. And it kicked a lot. I mean, I was really shocked how powerful that light, that mini flash, the IT30 is. And for 69 bucks for that photographer in your life, you simply can't beat it. And this is one tool, last but not least at all. Look at this. I purchased this twice already. Hello. In the past. Look at that. But for $22, a 43-inch 5-in-1 collapsible reflector is a must for portrait photographers out there. I don't care what time of the day and where you're at in this world. A 5-in-1 reflector is such a great and useful tool. And for that photographer in your life, you know what? For 22 bucks, I hope you love them that much. All right. And they get 5 different ways for you to use that reflector. You could do a shoot through, you could do bounce, you could do reflect, you could do all sorts of stuff. You get some cool lighting with the silver, you get some warm lighting with that gold, which I never use. You can actually use negative fill with this black, and you could use some positive fill with the white. So it's really a great tool for 22 or 23 bucks. It was $22.94. Absolute steal. And it's 43 inches, so it is bigger. And last time I checked, bigger is better. All right. So there you go. Whew. I didn't think I'd make it. I didn't think I'd make it through that list. I'll tell you that. That was a long list. Let me go back up here. I've had this comment the whole time, hanging and banging. Andre says, times have changed. I remember my first zoom lens for my D500, 17 to 55, 2.8. It was almost $2,000. Wow. Nope. That's crazy. Now prime 1.4 for $500. I know it is nuts. And that's why last week I talked about like the power and influence of third-party lenses and what they're offering us. It's incredible. It's incredible. What's your code, Robert? It's 124 lifetime. Just use my link. Click on my link and you're good to go. You don't need a code. Click the link I offered up above in the chat, and you'll get that $124 for lifetime. You want $124 for the lifetime of Reblum? Click that link up above. Boom, bada bing, you're good to go for life. That includes firmware updates. That includes any new features, whatever it is. And unlimited photos, no credits. And unlike my Plena, Viltrox has the little window. I do like that. I do like that. I know some people are like, I can't stand the window. I'm like, actually like it. Oh, okay. Too many good deals. I just frisbeed my wallet into the woods. Oh man, I tell you. Sometimes it's like that, you know. Trust me, I'm looking at that Viltrox 8414, the 8514 for Nikon Z mount. I'm like, no way. That's what I was thinking. Single mic version is $45. Hello. That's pretty cool. That's really good. Actually, oh yeah, that's real good. $45 if you want a solid way to improve the quality of your audio for your cell phone or your camera. Can't beat it. And if you do decide to purchase any of the things that I mentioned today, make sure you smash the link in the description section so that I can get my little pittance, my little shekels for telling you all about it, okay? And trust me, it's not enough to keep the lights on or buy a Lamborghini, but it all helps, and I would appreciate that. Nothing in my cart went on sale. Ooh, you know what? That's what I noticed that happened to me last year. Like everything I wanted that was in my wish list, of course it didn't go on sale, but it was like Alexa, Bluetooth mics, and most random stuff that I just didn't care about. Clorox bleach is on a Black Friday sale. Like, who cares, you know? Let's see. Correct. What's the minimum for charging mirrorless camera batteries? Oh, that's a good freaking question. Let me see. I'm gonna charge a mirrorless camera. I would say 65, maybe. Wait, mirrorless camera? Maybe 65? I know, like, I believe laptops were 65 watt. Like, you needed a 65 watt charging cable from Apple. It was like 65 to do your laptop well. But either way, that portable charger will do it. It does, I think, 100 something or other. Let's see here. I need more reflectors or more reflections. I'm taking up fan dancing. Oh, well, there you go. You know, hey, it's $22. $22. Can't beat it. Robert, ZR or Z6 for video? Oh, Jesus. See, now I'm going to get into trouble with this one. Let me think. Let's take a moment. Two fantastic cameras, one fantastic brand. ZR or Z6 Mark III? Now, I haven't used a ZR, and I've been using the Z6 Mark III all the time. But if we're just talking about specs and performance and usability, here's my thoughts. ZR, it depends on what you're doing and, getting it for. If you're doing, first of all, are you going to be using the R3D color profile often? And if so, I hope you have a lot of hard drive space. If you just like the fact that it's 4-inch screen and 32-bit float audio, and what else is in that thing? That's really impressive. Well, stabilization, the Z6 III has pretty good stabilization too. The major thing for me is like the screen in that R3D color and codec, right? Honestly, I still think the Z6. Do I have some on my head? What the hell was that? The Z6 Mark III for most people is more than fine, because I think it's just a little bit more diverse. You get an viewfinder, right? That's a big thing. You get 20 frames a second for photos. Fantastic autofocus, 6K up to 60 frames, and RAW, Apple ProRes RAW, and all that good stuff. You still get magnificent dynamic range out of the Z6 Mark III. And it feels better in the hand too. You have a deeper grip for when you do want to use it for photos. I think the Z6 Mark III is the perfect hybrid. Now, if you're doing exclusive video, then I can see why you may want to look at the ZR. But I really think for most people, the Z6 Mark III is more than enough, because most of you are not going to be shooting R3D color profile video. Let's be honest. So that's probably my opinion, not the most popular opinion. And now when I say Z6, I mean Z6 Mark III. I know you wrote Z6, but just want to be clear. Just picked up a 2015 Sony Handycam to get into the YouTube game. So I'm thinking for accessories for it. Niche items don't go on sale. Oh, that's true. But wow, a Handycam? That's beast mode. Shout out to you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Please give me a camera. Please. Hey, you know what? I'm asking the same man up above for a camera too. Shoot. Give me a Komodo X. Please, dear Lord, give me a Komodo X. Oh, that's gonna be the next sound drop I'm gonna get, is like a church thing. Oh. Anyway, the ZR seems to be a better video cam than I expected. Oh, 100%. I only recommend the Z6 Mark III if you know you're gonna be shooting just as much photos or more photos and some video. The Z6 Mark III for sure. I think a ZR is fantastic if you really just need a dedicated video camera or more video centric Z mount camera. This would be a great way to go. You can't beat the price. And then I have the Hollyland Max 2 Ultimate Combo. Can't wait to use them. If you want the lav mics, you have to make sure your box states Ultimate Combo at the bottom. Well, thank you, RBJ. That is great. Thank you so much for sharing that. I've considered the Hollyland. I have their monitor. I use this is my favorite monitor. It's the Hollyland Mars M1. It's their OG one. Love it. Great monitor. I'm considering their newest one that they have out now. Forgot what it's called, but it's something awesome. Let's see here. Please suggest me a very cheap camera rate camera. Gosh, a cheap one. I mean, you can get the Z30. I mean, you get the whole package for like $1,000 right now, but I'm not sure what you mean by cheap. You got to give me a price and what you plan to do with it. I got to at least give you a ballpark. Roy says Z6 III for still, ZR for video. Yeah, I think that's generally the thing, but I don't want people to think that Z6 III is like, I think it could do great in both. I mean, let's be honest. It does ProRes RAW. You can get all that in RAW. You get what was about to say. You get great photos at 20 frames a second. So it's really good at both. I mean, 6K at 60 frames is nothing to sneeze at. Like you can get great footage out of this camera. I don't think it's completely like apples and oranges, photos or video, right? I don't think it's as that easily to discern. And some people may like having that viewfinder. Just saying. Nikon reported that there will be a firmware update to add Apple ProRes Light codec. Wow, now that would be phenomenal. Oh yeah. Are we employing those carts or waiting for Black Friday? Emptying those carts? Could they be baiting us with these pre-Black Friday sales? Well, there's one thing that I hope it gets better. Who wouldn't want it to get even better, right? Like maybe Cyber Monday, it gets us even better deals. But if the Nikon Z version of the Viltrox 8514 lens drops to what the E-mount version is right now, I'd be hard pressed to pass that up. That's a great deal. $478 for that lens. I need some knee pads for shooting sports. Knees are begging me. Well, that's one thing that will probably be on a Black Friday sale. If you do need some like really good industrial grade knee pads, right? Those that carpenters use would be ones I'd look at. I have Z8 thinking of picking up dedicated video cam. In that case, the ZR would be right up your alley. The ZR would be right up your alley. I like the small form factor of the ZR for video, just because that means you're going to have a lighter rig and you won't have to worry about a viewfinder and all that stuff, because you're going to have a monitor or use that 4-inch screen, which is plenty bright, beautiful screen. And you could stick that camera in so many places and on a gimbal. So let me see here. A ZR. Okay, bubbly, boop. We got a lot of conversation going on, a lot of action. And we got Richard in the house. Would you go Z8, Z7, or Z6? It all depends on what the application is. If it's for photos, I mean, that Z8 is the king of kings. I mean, you really can't. I mean, that's the one, right? If you do a lot of studio portraiture, commercial work, landscape, that what you're going to get out of that Z8 is incredible. Okay, can't deny that. That's the king of king. Okay, that and the Z9. But now, if you want to, I wouldn't even. Personally, I don't look at the Z7 really. I mean, when you have the Z8, Z9 available, That Z8 just is so great. I love using it. And that's when I do use it for portrait work, for that high res quality that I want and that I need. I pull out the Z8. And if I need a little bit more hybrid action with photos and video, or just want a lighter footprint, then I use that Z6 Mark III. Although I expect the firmware update to fix the ZR needs anamorphic support, false colors. Don't get me started on an HDMI port. Yeah, that's the other thing. The small HDMI port on a Z6 III, it's a full-size HDMI port. Yeah, I wish it had false colors, anamorphic support, and open gate. That was the other thing. If it had open gate and anamorphic, well, I guess by default, if you have open gate, you probably have anamorphic support. That would be a game changer, especially at that price point. That would have been phenomenal. I don't know why they didn't just go for it. Lumix has proven time and time again that they could implement that technology and still keep the camera around $2,000. So I wish Nikon did that, but it is what it is. But the small HDMI, I dealt with using the Nikon ZF. It wasn't really a serious issue for me when I did rig out the ZF camera, but for many people, it is. It's a psychological thing. Rob, I believe Nikon will put the open gate in the ZR. I would love to see it. If so, that really changes perception of that ZR camera. It really takes it to the next level. It absolutely does. Anyway, all right, it is my time to get the heck up out of here. Okay, so you already know when I put on this music, it's time for me to go. All right, 2 hours. My throat is tired, man. I'm telling you, I'm so tired. On the way out, please make sure you go ahead and follow me on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, everything else. All right. And if you like any of the products that I shared earlier, I left the link down below in the description section for you to check it out. I also left the link for you to check out Reblum and get 50% off the lifetime licensing right now. That's only $125. And of course, I will see you all. Oh, wait, next week is Thanksgiving. Oh my God. But don't worry, I'm going to bring something to you all. If not, it'll probably be like Friday or something. And until next time, keep shooting and stay creative. Thank you for watching, everyone.